Good morning, everybody. Welcome into the lab on this beautiful Sunday morning. Got two special guests joining us here today. Two good buddies of mine. One already appeared on the show previously. Both of them fantasy owners in the In Hope We Poke Fantasy Football League. A man who had it all and then slid down the mountain after a 3-game losing streak, looking to make it 4. Another man that shit-talked me so hard during the draft, only to finish the season 4-10. Two great buddies of mine. Y'all give it up for Mr. Ryan Gasper, Mr. Matthew Gifford. What's going on, guys? How y'all doing? Good. Fucked up. Y'all are on mute. What's going on, man? How y'all?
We're good, bro. What's going on, bro?
Yeah, what's going on? Oh, the dog has made the appearance again over there. What's going on, guys? So what's up with y'all's fantasy teams? It seems like neither one of y'all seem to be able to put the pieces together this season.
You know, my fantasy team started off really strong, man. I was 4-0, I think. And then I played your dad. And your dad beat me by, I think, like 60 points and really just shattered my season from there. I think I went on like a 3-game losing streak. You know, I have the most points scored against me. So everyone's best week has been against me. Yeah, I'm like 6-7 now and not in contention at all. So.
Yeah. Hey, but we're kicking off the consolation bracket. It's cool we get to play each other two straight weeks, man. I got you last week. My team seemed to heat up here at the end of the season. I started terribly, and then they got it together way too late. I finished 7-7, but still last place in my division that I'm in. Ryan struggled.
No, whoa. Scored up there in the points. We're 4-10, but I've scored more than you, and you're 7-8, 7-7. So that just means, you know, we had a few unfortunate, like a mini unfortunate. I lost by less than 7 times. So, I mean, that sucks. It is what it is. My brain is still bigger in the sport. I'm not mad about it, but it hurts. I'm mad about it.
I'm just glad to see because obviously my draft day blunder of the 4 straight receivers to kick off the draft, and nobody let me live that one down. And it's awesome because I still managed to finish the season better than you, even with drafted 4 straight receivers. But
I mean, if you're not first, you're last.
You got lucky. You got lucky though by getting Leonard Fournette because he's had a hell of a season.
Hey, that's not lucky. Y'all were sleeping on him. I got him real late in the draft. Y'all should have got him. He was out there for like 10 rounds.
I'm about to win, so I'm all for Fournette this year.
Hey, you know where he went to college though?
Oh man, where? Tell me where.
The best college that got ever credited, LSU.
He didn't go to A&M.
We'll be A&M that year too. Let's get it.
Yeah, that's another.
Was gonna win it all, so technically A&M won.
Yeah, it would be that.
Yeah, A&M got the #1 draft class this past year, man. That's
so far. Yeah. It's an early draft class.
So
early draft.
Hey. They're still #1. What?
Yeah, for now, we'll see what they can do. It's a good year for A&M. It is.
Yeah, 100%.
I think Urban Meyer going back to Ohio.
Oh, you think he's gonna go back to? Yeah, y'all seen the news about Urban Meyer? Fucking finally, man, got fired. I think this is a long time coming. How do y'all think about with Urban Meyer? Do y'all think he should be fired? Do you think they should give him a chance? Like, should he still be a coach?
They should have fired him after that video. I mean,
do what?
Yeah.
They definitely should have fired him after the video. I'm surprised he lasted 2 months after that video.
He should have been fired before that, but with everything that's came out, he won't work again in pro or college sports. He's done.
Yeah. No, I think he
maybe that, but he's not going to work in real deal college or pro athletics ever again.
Oh yeah, he's like Don Gruden.
He's going to be the next Coach Brown and be the JUCO transfer guy.
He literally assaulted his kicker and called him a dipshit.
Yeah. You know, and honestly, too, I'm surprised the kicker tolerated that. You know, at the end of the day, they're all professionals and they're grown men. Do what?
He said, don't ever fucking kick me like that, explicits. And then Urban said, I'm the head coach. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. That's literally what Urban told him.
Yeah, I mean, I think
and imagine this. What do you think his college players dealt with? Because those guys have no say.
Oh yeah,
they're not making millions. They were dealing with hell.
Yeah.
I mean, he had 25 guys arrested during his tenure at Florida.
Yeah, he was the coach of who all was on that team? He had Aaron Hernandez. There was a bunch of real bad ones on that one team, wasn't there? Aaron Hernandez was a notable one, obviously.
The biggest ones are Aaron Hernandez, confirmed killer, I guess, and then Riley Cooper confirmed racist, and then Tim Tebow. Those are the top 3.
Yeah.
You know, that's crazy.
Hey,
That's
man.
crazy.
That team was solid, though. The team was real solid. Great football players, so that's about it. Yeah, man, I definitely think it's a long time coming with the Urban Meyer thing. I'm surprised he didn't get canned after his whole situation and with, finger popping chick in the booty hole.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's been like 2 months since that video went viral, and he still had a job. So.
Yeah. Well, what's the name of their owner? Shadiq Khan. I don't know what he did like to make his money. I've been watching things. It's like a lot of people say you could ask anyone in the industry, and they're like, they would have told you about that guy, but I just don't know. That's a bad hire.
Do y'all think it was his coaching to why the Jaguars were so bad, or do you think it was Trevor Lawrence just sucks?
I don't think Trevor Lawrence sucks. I do think the Jaguars are that bad, to be honest, but I don't think Trevor Lawrence sucks per se.
I got a question for you, Dylan. Of the rookies, who's your favorite rookie? Quarterback.
Quarterbacks?
Take it and hide it.
Are you saying like who's my favorite, or are you saying like who do I think's been most successful? Because the most successful is obvious.
From this year, who do you think will be the best?
All right, so from this year, who will be the best? I'm gonna say probably would have. I mean, right now, like who's had the best year would be Mac Jones.
Not the best, in the best future, and the best.
Oh,
if you can, will it be top 10 quarterbacks all time this season?
I don't think. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think any of them will be like a top 10 QB of all time.
Okay, I was gonna lead it with the reason why I'm saying this is because I don't think Mac Jones is that good. That's my hot take. Is I don't think he's very good, and I don't believe he'll be that good, and I just don't think that. I watched him.
I think he's got a lot of similarities. I think the problem is you got a lot of people that he's got a lot of similarities with Tom Brady as far as like his athletic makeup, like similar play styles, game manager, things like that. But people are giving him a little too much credit. He's not Tom Brady. He plays like him.
Yeah, but you got to think of all the pressure.
The Bills with Josh Allen, and he threw 3 passes.
Think about the pressure he has on him though, replacing Tom Brady. And
I mean, there is some pressure, but the pressure is alleviated, in my opinion, because they were so bad the previous year.
Technically, he replaced Cam Newton.
Huh?
Technically, he replaced Cam Newton.
Cam Newton's back, baby. He's
back to the bench.
My hot take is I don't think Mac Jones will ever be top 12 in the NFL. I think he's not.
Well, I think it's way too early.
I don't think he's that good. And maybe that, but that's my hot take. I'm on the train.
I think a quarterback has to be in the league and be starting for at least 5 years to like a Patrick Mahomes.
No.
Like Patrick Mahomes, you can start to say, okay, is he going to be top 10?
I can agree, but my opinion is I feel like if a guy's that guy, and a lot of people are on Mac Jones's bandwagon because they feel like he's done well. But he walked into a situation where they spent the most money in the offseason last year. And on top of that, they've done everything around him to make him good, but they have a great running game, a great defense. It's an ideal situation for any quarterback.
What does his rookie season look like to Tom Brady right
Trevor Lawrence's, but it was a different league. It's also a different league. I don't know if you can compare what they were doing because Tom Brady took over when Drew Bledsoe got hurt. So, he wasn't the starter. Drew Bledsoe got hurt.
Yeah.
So, my thing about it was, I just don't think Mac Jones is as good as anyone thinks he is. And everyone's trying to hate on whatever everyone did. If Zach Wilson was there, they'd still win the same amount of games.
Let me read you these stats real quick of Jones and Brady's rookie season with 16 games. 16 game season. So
Brady never played a 16-game season.
Well, the next season. But
it was a different league.
Okay, well, let's just look at it. Completion percentage, Jones is 69 to Brady's 64.3. Passing yards, 3,700 to 3,100, Mac Jones. Yards per attempt, Mac Jones 7.2 to 6.9, and passing touchdowns, they both have 21. And the season's not over.
But there's a huge difference in those stats. It's so slight because it's 20 years ago. People ran the ball more. Yeah. It was not about throwing the ball ever then.
What would that give Mac Jones?
And have y'all listened to what's his name? The quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens when they won it with Ray Lewis.
Joe Flacco.
No,
No,
Ray
wasn't
Lewis.
him?
I think it was Joe
no.
Flacco.
It was
No.
Joe Flacco.
It wasn't. Y'all are wrong. Maybe Ray was on that team. I'm talking about the team.
Ravens.
In the early 2000s.
Bro, I swear that was Joe
No,
Flacco.
y'all are wrong. In the early 2000s.
I think you're wrong.
Maybe Ray was on that team, but I'm telling you the team before that when Ray was the star. It was
Are you talking about in 2012?
No, go back. It was not 2012.
Okay.
I'm talking. Ray Lewis was not that guy in 2012. He may
Yeah.
have been there. It was
With Ray, is it the 2001 one?
Dilsher or what's his name? You know the quarterback. They won without a quarterback, basically.
Man, I'm trying to find it, man.
Did he just run another one in?
No, he threw it in. Let's go.
No, they showed
Who
him running.
just scored?
Oh, it's halftime. It's halftime.
No, TJ. No, y'all can't look this up. Oh my God.
No.
I'm trying to. Well, if you don't tell me which Super Bowl win you're talking about, they've won multiple.
The last one before that.
No. I'm not looking at that one. It doesn't fit my answer of Joe Flacco.
The one Ray Lewis won. Joe Flacco.
Yeah, but he wasn't the best player on that team. When he was the best player on that team, it was when their defense was the real Ravens. That was not the real Baltimore Ravens.
That was like 2001, wasn't it?
Trent Dilfer?
Trent Dilfer. He's a great mind for quarterbacks, and he gets them all on. And it's such a easier game than ever for the quarterbacks. And he talks about the stats do not matter. They do not matter because it's an easier game for quarterbacks than ever. And I will tell you, that's why I think Mac Jones is at the easiest plate.
Well,
I believe that all
that
these
even
rookies
gives
could
him
have done what Mac Jones has
That
accomplished.
gives him even more of a competitive advantage to be better than a Brady.
No, it's not that.
If it's easier for
They
him.
literally threw the ball 3 times and beat Josh Allen in his home stadium. It's not him.
It was also blowing 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts and stuff like that as well.
What? Josh Allen completed 16 passes.
Yeah, but he threw over 30.
And they have no running game. The Buffalo Bills have no running game, and that was a very big weakness. Like you can't.
I was big on the Bills at the beginning of the season.
I picked the Bills to win the Super Bowl.
They have no running game.
Well, they got beat by the Jaguars.
That's a sore subject. They lost me a lot of money because I was in a survivor pool, and there were 50+ people in the survivor pool. The pot was like $1,100. We were down to like the last 5. I picked the Bills to beat the Jaguars, and I got eliminated.
All I'm telling you,
like 9-6. There's
I'm
no
telling you,
touchdowns.
in the world of quarterbacks, the number one guy in knowing what's going on is Trent Dilfer. He's super in on it, and he understands all the aspects of it. And I'm telling you, he will tell anyone, yes. And then you can look at anything. Mac Jones walked into the best situation, and Bill Belichick, with the best coach, is proven himself. All this season has, to me, is proven how good Bill is. You literally beat a team without throwing the ball, basically. And they threw the ball 20-something times.
Well,
They
New
couldn't run
England's
the ball.
defense is really good. They're like top 3.
That's what I'm saying. Mac Jones has gotten some shielding from that. Mac Jones didn't have to go. Mac
I'm
Jones did
talking
not have
stats
to.
wise.
But his stats are okay, but they're not even close to okay to what rookies have done in the past 5 years. Go look at rookie quarterbacks that have super succeeded. It's nothing close.
Well, I would say the best young quarterback right now
But
is Patrick Mahomes.
but
Would you agree to that?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but we're talking about the rookies right now.
But he didn't play as a rookie.
Yeah, he played. He was behind Alex Smith as rookie.
Yeah,
And
but his first year,
he is a proven reason on why quarterbacks should never start their first year, regardless of talent.
No, Mac Jones deserves a lot of respect. I don't think he's that guy. I think he's a system guy. That's my projection. I also was wrong on Josh Allen.
Was system guy though?
I was also wrong on Josh Allen, but maybe not. You never know. But I don't think Mac will be that guy. I think he's in a great place. And no, Tom was a system, but the system was the system for the whole league. It was never throwing 5,000 yards a year when Tom got in the league. The league progressed to that, and Tom adapted and became great.
I mean, I think it's still too early to see, but I think
It
his
is too
rookie
early.
season, I think he's having a hell of a year.
He's having a pretty good year,
He's having
but
a
I
good
mean,
year for sure. If you stack him up, obviously, if you can,
that system that is worth a fuck could have done this. Yeah, it's even worth a fucking top 20. I think they could have done it. Like Taylor Heineke went to the playoffs with the Washington football team last year, and almost beat Tom Brady with a shit team.
Yeah,
so
Taylor
like
Heineke sucks though.
he sucks, I guess, but the Dallas defense is kind of good. But that's what I'm getting at is like it's really easy to play behind a good defense. When you're down all the time and have to throw, that's when you learn how good a guy is. And look, Peyton Manning led the league in interceptions his first year. He had threw the most interceptions for a rookie ever. Top 10, top 5 ever, right? Mac Jones has been meh for a team where he is open to make mistakes because his team
All right, well,
is
let's
so
get off
good.
the Mac Jones topic. All I'm saying
I'm
is,
big on saying Mac Jones sucks.
Yeah, I want to say my piece on this real quick too, though. I want to just chime in. Ryan, I don't disagree with you. I agree with you too, Gifford. He's having a great year in comparison to the other rookies. If you compare him to the other quarterbacks, he's having a run in the
They're all in fun situations.
Yeah.
They now the quarterback that I honestly see that has the best potential to transcend to be that guy. I don't even think it's Trevor Lawrence. I think it's Trey Lance.
Trey Lance, Trey Lance for sure. If he can stay healthy, he's got a good team. But he kind of looked like poo-poo when he was playing.
He did, but again, rookie, and then but I think his play style is going to be best for the future of the NFL. Like, think about it. He's got similar play style to your Kyler Murray, your Lamars, your Russells, basically all your mobile quarterbacks.
What do you think about the upcoming QB class coming up? It's kind of weak.
I don't think there's shit in there to go for. I think if you need a QB, you better get ready to spend this offseason because draft's not it.
I got one guy I like, and his name is Matt Corral out of Ole Miss. If he goes to the right team, kind of like Mac, I think if any of these guys go to the wrong team, they're screwed. But all these guys have the opportunity to go to the right team. The quarterback gets drafted early too much. You don't want to go to the Lions, right? But if Matt Corral goes to the Eagles, I'm not worried. He's a better version of Jalen Hurts. And so that's where I feel like, it depends on where you go to an extent, but how the team builds around you. Mac has a very good team built around him, and that's what I'm saying. And I believe that Trey – do you not believe, Dylan, that if Trey, if Justin, if Trevor went to New England, they wouldn't be this good? You're out of your mind.
So I don't think Trey would because I don't think his play style fits there.
It doesn't – maybe.
I don't think him. They have
the best offensive.
Trevor Lawrence. I think Trevor Lawrence is a top 8 QB if he's there.
But no, I don't know about that. But I believe that they have a top offensive coordinator in the game that makes everybody better, and I think Trey could do that. So that's our disagreement. Maybe Trevor. I don't know if Trevor Lawrence is better. Maybe he is. I don't like Trevor. I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah.
But
why is that? Please elaborate.
Because we beat his ass. I hate Clemson. That twice.
I think Joe Burrow looked pretty nice.
Joe Burrow's good.
Oh yeah, dude. Joe Burrow's icy, bro. And what's crazy is like
he's Jamar together again like that.
Jamar fucked them the other week against the Chargers. They were going to come back and win if Jamar and Joe Mixon didn't decide to fumble and drop
big passes.
Joe's the real deal if he can stay healthy. Like he's going to be consistently top 10 guy, and that's what you want.
That's what you need. The only other QB that I see in this upcoming class that may be decent and that I've actually only heard anything about Malik Willis. He goes to Liberty University. The only thing I don't like about him is where he's attending school at is competition. I don't know, but
I don't know what it is about the big arm guys, right? Yeah. I'm just not sold on him. Like Malik is a big arm guy, and he doesn't play with the most talent. I think he has a chance, but like he reminds me of Dwayne Haskins. And I'm not into that. And I don't like Josh Allen. I still don't like Josh Allen. And at the end of the day, like a good quarterback wins out, I believe, to the end of the day. And you should understand that.
I like Josh
Aaron Rodgers.
I've always liked Josh.
I think I've never liked him, and he proved me wrong to a bit. But this team should be better. We can all sit here and agree the Bills.
They started off strong.
They did, but the Bills should not be on the cusp of missing the playoffs.
There's no reason why the Patriots should be winning their division this year.
No reason. On top of that, the Jets and the Dolphins are in your division. If Josh Allen is the best, and he is the best quarterback in the division, you should win the division easily. They're not winning it. They could not make the playoffs.
Yeah, they're on the bubble right now. Dude, the playoff picture for the AFC is an absolute shit show.
Yes, but the thing is, the AFC's tough.
Yeah.
And for them to be, if you're 7-6, if you're 7-6 in the NFC, you're making the playoffs probably.
Yep, correct.
Like, but the thing is, like, Josh is super inconsistent, and it's shown. It is shown, and maybe it's because their run game is bad and their defense isn't as good as they're supposed to be. But that's what I think. At least I'm not sold on Josh, and I'm not sold on these big arm guys because guess what? Joe Burrow ain't no big arm guy, and the Cincinnati Bengals have no fucking reason to be 7-6 besides him. They should be better. They should even be better, but the fact that they're 7-6 right now is insane. It's insane. It's stupid.
Well, the chemistry with him and Jamar, and then
but Jamar's been one of the worst receivers in the NFL besides last week. For the last 4 weeks, they've won games.
Yep, but they also do. Yeah, I was going to say that their defense is also pretty scrappy as well. And then on top of that, at one point, how crazy is this? At one point in this season, they were sitting at the top of the AFC.
They should have been there. They really should have beat the Chargers, and they should have won like 3 or 4 of those games. Like they really, that's the young QB and Joe. He's made mistakes. He's leading the league in interceptions, but he's also leading the league in a lot of other things because he's a top 5 guy who just made some mistakes being young.
Yeah, he's just young.
It's gonna be between him and a guy we're watching right now, Justin. Those 2 guys are going to run the league one day, I believe. I really believe. Over Kyler. I really believe it.
I mean, possibly. Before we move on back to the NFL, I do. That's a good topic right there. I want to get back to that one. But before we move on, while we're still on the college game real quick, because we kind of started drifting from college QBs coming out to the NFL. But before we get out of there, did you guys see the flip of the number 1 Oh, yeah. Oh, man. For all y'all listening and watching, man, Ryan's been talking about he's going to do that shit on camera. So, Gifford wants to, but Gifford's just a little shy. But, yeah. But do you guys see number 1 recruit? Number 1 recruit. Y'all see number 1 recruit, though, Travis Hunter flips last minute, signs with Jackson State. What do y'all think about that, man?
Deion Sanders stole him from his alma mater, just like that. I mean, it's kind of crazy what Deion's doing, but he's got that respect, I think, that these kids want to go play for him, you know?
And to go on top of that, you know, I agree 100% is, you know, Deion signed, and you know, I'm not big politically, but I'm big free speech, right? Mm-hmm. And I think the best sports media outlet out there, I'm a big sports dude. I watch every day, especially because I just started a new job on Monday, so I've been just chilling the last 2 weeks. I watch all these programs, and they suck. And guess what? I like Barstool Sports the most, and I like them a lot. And I've kind of grown in between everything, like listen to all of them. But he signed with Barstool Sports because he can speak his truth, right?
Well, Barstool's real about just being who you are.
But he's still signed with them, and they're doing a documentary with him. But he's doing their shows, doing whatever, and everyone's trying to hate on him for that and try to put that in there. And they didn't do shit. They really didn't do nothing. Yeah. And they try to plug some of that crap in there. But what's funny is they gave Prime an outlet to say whatever the hell he wants. And that gives him what he wants. And people think he's going to leave Jackson State. He's not. He's trying to build up them traditional black colleges to be what they should. They have the best athletes. Let's not be stupid. Yeah. The black players are the best. Are we all like, you know, there's a Luka Doncic. There's one Luka Doncic for every 100 LeBrons, you know, like really, you know. And so what it comes down to is why are our best players not coming to where they should? Yeah. And that's the first. This is the first. And Dylan, this is not just the first number 1 overall recruit. This is the first. There's a handful of 5-star guys. I don't want to look at I'm betting there's more than 20 5-star people, you know? Mm-hmm. There's probably more than 50. He is the first 5-star athlete to not go to a FBS program and go to an FCS, the first. Yeah. Because of Deion. And he pulled it from his alma mater.
Well, I think we're going to start seeing that more, and I think that speaks to the respect that Deion has.
That guy was committed to Florida State. And went to, but it takes a guy like Deion.
Well, it takes a guy like Deion. You were the one that was telling me that on the signing day, he had like a Florida State hat. Yeah. And he had like another college's hat.
He like put him on, tosses on.
fit right.
He had the shirt
and
on.
then his buddy was like, hey, let me see that hat. And his buddy pulled out a Jackson State hat and threw it to him.
Yeah, he made a hell of a snag too. It was kind of a bad throw.
I
know.
I never judge. Being older now, I used to hate that shit because I was so mad when I was young. But now that I'm older than these guys, I don't judge it. I don't care. I just rather my team win. I'm not gonna hate on a kid.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, why would anyone hate on that kid for going to a lower program ever?
Well,
and what they did
his choice.
On ESPN, Kevin. Do you know who Kevin Blackistone is,
Yes.
Dylan?
Yeah.
He literally made a comment about Barstool, and he was like, he works for Barstool, and they're trying to. He literally did it on Around the Horn, and I was like, damn, like, you can't get out of politics anywhere. You literally can't. ESPN is politicking. It's the end of the day.
Because they're upset because now, like, he's being endorsed by a network that's obviously competing against them, and places like Barstool, pardon my takes, your Pat McAfee's, he used to be with Barstool, not with them anymore. They're stealing the ratings.
$130 million a year.
And
$130 million contract. And on top of that, Barstool Van Talk with Big Cat and PFT signed with ESPN, and some shit came out, and their CEO, I forgot his name, I want to call him Coker because that's what he got. He cut him off, and their CEO 2 years later had to resign at ESPN because of a coke problem. There's a lot of shit you can dig in with ESPN where people hate it. I listen to a lot of ex-ESPN people. It's not a great place, and it's a messed up place, and they try to make it look good, which to me is like a lot of liberal media.
Well, it's like all the politics.
I don't care about conservative liberal, but I feel like liberal has to fit this agenda. And that kind of agenda in sports, like I'll be watching these things, I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
I think with politics, like, Barstool is more on the conservative side of, like, do whatever the hell
they are,
want.
but it's not
conservative. Do whatever the hell you want. But if you think about conservative versus liberal,
but conservative isn't do whatever you want. There's strengths to conservative too that don't let you do things. They're just
more
free.
free speech.
They're more libertarian than anything. Very much just like freedom. And that's the thing with these major. Or go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just saying I don't like conservative or liberal. I don't want it to seem like I'm not liberal or conservative. I'm in the middle because there's a lot of things. But I don't think this space, like me and you, like even me bringing up, I'm kind of mad at myself, but it sometimes brings up. I don't care about it, but I don't want to see my sports programs talk about. I get there's things that matter, right? Like lives matter, people matter, your skin color matters if there's things going wrong. But every day, I've been off work because I took these 2 weeks off, and I think this is a big thing to say. If you look at these programs, they drill it in. They drill it in about this shit, and it's like, what? And I haven't watched it. This is the first time in my whole life for 2 weeks I've been able to watch the network guys talk.
And First Take is one of the worst about it. I used to be a big. What's crazy is I feel like it's a shift too because so the two shows I used to watch the most was First Take. And then I would also watch Undisputed a lot with Skip and Shannon.
Yeah.
I still like that one mainly because of Shannon. I don't really care too much for Skip. And to be honest with you, I stopped watching it as much whenever Shannon just got his own show, the Club Shay Shay podcast.
What?
Like, what?
Is Club Shay Shay good?
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, I like it because it's Shannon Sharp. Now you don't get his crazy reactions that you get to Skip because Skip's obviously saying some off the wall shit.
Shannon is wrong a lot too.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's right all the time, and he is one of those that will force some of it, but he'll say his point and then he'll move on. But I stopped watching. I mainly stopped watching Undisputed because I more so got irritated with Skip, and to my point, like I said, Shannon has his own show. I started watching that. And then I stopped doing the First Take a couple of years ago because they just started getting so far down that rabbit hole. I couldn't say it anymore. Like I used to really like Stephen A. Obviously, as like a Green Bay fan, with Aaron Rodgers is a bad man,
No, I still like Stephen A. But they get on these things about like, look, we all. If you don't think the country understands stuff about race, we all do.
Yeah.
And my thing is, we all need some escape. Because the news has got it, the world has got it, everyday world has got it. And all we can do as people is understand and do. You can only feed it down people's throats so much before you irritate them or inspire them, and you're doing both.
But this is why they're talking so much shit about, like, homie signing with Barstool and stuff because they realize like they're dying out right now. You got everybody that's switching to watch these internet shows, things like that.
But you got some podcasts.
I mean, look at. I mean, it's not hard to do. I mean, look at this. We're doing this right now. I mean, obviously, not a lot of people watch the show at this present time. Hopefully, maybe one day. But like, it's not hard to do. I have a computer. I downloaded a free software to do it, and I bought a camera and a microphone.
Well,
and then we use Facebook to be able to remote you guys in. Yeah. It's not hard. Like,
and a sidebar for like Dave. He got falsely accused of sexual stuff that he proved wrong every day. And I had a friend who told me Barstool, like he was retweeting stuff that was fake. And I told him, like, dude, and he's a guy like that. And I was like, why are you like that? And he's like, well, Barstool's misogynistic and this and racist. I was like, they employ the most successful women's podcast ever, Call Her Daddy. And they employ more women per the person that works there than any sports conglomerate. Yeah. They give more to minorities than any sports conglomerate per people that work there. There is more diversity there than anywhere else in the world. But the thing is, people don't like them. And the sad thing about the world is, if you don't exactly agree with something that is consensus or what people think, you're this. So it comes down to, if you're a black person and you don't agree with some democratic thing, you're something for white supremacy, and that's used against you. If you're a white person and you don't agree, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And
there's just so much politics, and I think
we stay out of it because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And
it's all bullshit.
This is how I look
at it.
And I
treat people right.
This is how I look at it. I think it's always brought to the surface, and it's over. And I'm not saying that it's not a problem. I know there's a problem.
It is
and everything. But I think it's just overly talked about and overly like pursued on every media that it keeps it around. It's like, hey, look, like.
Well, that's how you end up with your Trumps and shit like that. I know we're getting off the sports, but like, I mean, I love the conversation, but like. That's how you end up with like your Trumps and stuff, because people get forced this shit all day long, and then they decide, hey, dude, I'm tired of this shit, and this guy comes through and he promises, all this crap, as far as like, like we're not going to continue to let this continue, and then you get like people that are going crazy one way and crazy the other way. It's insane.
You take what you just said. You took you're married to a Hispanic girl,
correct?
With a beautiful Mexican baby. Half.
But yeah. According to every financial aid thing she's gonna ever apply for, she is Hispanic.
Yeah. My girlfriend's Hispanic, right? But what I get into about all this is we're not bad people, but you just said yourself, all that stuff going on, it makes you not want to watch it because I'm just watching for sports.
Correct.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do, and I get, if you want to take a minute out of your segment for the whole thing to talk about it, I'll watch it. Yeah. But I'm not going to watch a whole segment about something that I'm not a problem in. Correct. And that's the thing. We all have said, we know it's an issue for people. And the only thing we can do as white people, we're all white men, the worst of it all, right?
Yeah.
All we can do is just be not racist and not condone racism and not breed it with our children. That's what we can do. And that's what I'm going to do. Right. But at the end of the day, is that it sometimes feels on the media like it's not enough because it's not happening soon enough. And I feel like people don't understand change happens quick enough. And that's why the Jaguars suck.
Yes. Way to tie that back in. That's 100% why the Jaguars suck.
We love all people here. I'm just saying.
We love all people, but Urban Meyer was the worst thing to ever happen. The worst thing to ever happen to NFL, college, or NFL coaching. The worst ever happened. I don't think there's ever there's been some times when guys have came up from college to the pros and it just didn't work out. But this is by far got to be the absolute worst.
No, who is the worst NFL hire ever? Is it Urban Meyer?
I think at this point it's Urban Meyer, 100%, hands down.
Yeah, he didn't make it a full season.
I'm trying to think,
and they're 2-11.
He makes Adam Gase look like a walk in the park.
So, let's think about it, dude. So let me run down everything that I can at least think of off the top of my head that he's done since coming in as a coach. Right off the bat, Tim Tebow signing. What the fuck are you thinking?
You want one?
Second thing.
I'll make it.
Second thing. Chop house incident with the finger guns up the booty, right?
Hey,
Then
I was immediately fired after that.
I watched that video multiple times, and Gifford did it for his own pleasure. And listen, I watched that video, and I was like, that girl was dancing on him pretty hard.
Yeah, but I mean, he's got to know where he's at, and he's got to know.
No,
okay,
well, at the end of the day, you can't do that.
No. I mean, you can say that girl's dancing on him pretty hard all you want, but I can tell you his wife probably didn't like that excuse. I can only imagine. We all go out and video surfaces me, and then Ashley's like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "Oh, she was dancing on me so hard I couldn't control the shit." Like, I'll be single in a heartbeat on that one. I'll be signing the divorce papers, paying child support, all kinds of shit. I don't know. And the fact that she came out the next day, she comes out the next day, it's like, we all sin. What the fuck?
Have you seen the video of Urban when they were hitting the bong and he was doing an interview and his buddy walked in with a bong behind them and he was like, stop. You haven't seen that?
No, I've not seen that. I gotta find it.
I will see that you have seen that. He was singing this like he was like at a tropical place.
Yeah.
And he was talking in an interview. And then he was stuttering a little bit, and then you hear the door open, and his buddy walks in, you see in the fucking reflection, this motherfucker's holding a bong. Like, stop. He literally audibly said, stop. I'm going to find it for you, bro. He is not a good guy, and everyone, it's funny, this is how fucked up media is in everything. Everyone is coming out saying, he's a bad guy, we've known this. How did they? Paul Feinbaum. SEC big time. You know that guy. Mm-hmm. He literally was like, he's a bad guy. If you would have asked anyone at ESPN, they would have told you, like, how did this billionaire owner sign him? Because no one said shit, because it's allowed when you win. It's allowed when you win.
But he's not winning. That's the problem. Like, that's the thing. He can't even win. If he doesn't fly back with the football team after they lose, and then he gets caught on camera doing that shit. Then he berates his kicker
on the hanging up. Like, that's crazy.
What did you say, Giff?
Those kind of things.
What did you say, Giff? Sorry, I was.
No, I was saying that, like, that was at his bar that he owns, and where's it at? Cincinnati.
Yeah. Urban Shop House.
Pictures of him and his wife like hanging up in that place.
Jesus, it gets better and better, man.
It's not pictures. It's plasters.
Yeah,
it's everywhere. It's like you bring a company in and they put the picture up on the wall. Like it's it's different than that.
Did y'all see him at the press conference the next day when they were asking him about it? That I think one reporter asked something about how family upset. He had his glasses on his head and he was just like, "Oh yeah." That was all he could say. Oh yeah.
I get it. People mess up, but like that's crossing the line. Yeah. And at the end of the day, like I'm so surprised they didn't fire him. It would be different if they were winning.
Yeah.
But like he's been losing. It's like, dude, you come out and that happens, like you have to fire him.
So I'm not surprised he didn't get fired there. At the end of I think it was an act that was very unbecoming of his character. Absolutely. I didn't think he would get fired, because they had put so much investment into him. It was going to be one of those, hey, we're going to give you a real stern talking to, like, let's not let this shit happen again type deal. And then, but it's just, so the shit that came out about the kicker literally came out right after Trevor. So obviously, like, for everybody listening, we're recording this on Thursday night because I got arrangements this weekend. But so last night, Wednesday night for you guys listening on Sunday, Trevor Lawrence is talking about how there's been so much drama on the team. And how it'd be best if they stop the drama. Drama needs to be done. He's like I can't remember the exact quote, but he's like, I'm finding out the NFL's all drama. Right? He's like, we need to tone it down. And then literally overnight this fucking thing about him kicking the kicker, which is kind of weird to say that he kicked the kicker, but that comes out. He's doing, and then he gets fired the next day. Like, completely opposite of what Trevor Lawrence is trying to do.
Didn't he get fired? Like, it came out at like midnight last night.
Yeah, they fired him at like it was 12 o'clock our time. It was like 1 o'clock Eastern time. Like, they must have been thinking hard on this. They went to all hours of the night to make that decision. But I think it was one that obviously had to be made, man. Like,
Yeah, I don't think I agree with Ryan. I don't think he will get a shot again.
I don't think so either. And I definitely don't think he'll get one in college. At least not at a big program. He may go to like a D2 school or, possibly like do like a Coach JB type deal and, go be last chance you or some shit. But I don't think he's going to get any type of job. Because to y'all's point earlier, like, what was he doing with the college kids that couldn't say anything?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's more stuff that starts to come out. That starts to come out about him.
Yeah, and it makes sense why he covered up for his players so much and all that. Like, dude, like, man, yeah. I mean, real quick question too. So he gets fired. He has all these unbecoming characteristics. He's a Sid McKay guy like the rest of us. Does he get banned by the national chapter?
They call that Form 51?
Yeah, we got a Form 51 him.
You never know. I don't think. Speaking from
if he brings that girl from the chop house to the frat house, he can still be a brother in our books.
He can come coach at Commerce.
Yeah. Hey, take us to another net. Hey, we're D1 now, so we can go to another.
We are D1.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
hey, since y'all got a refill, y'all keep talking. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab one as well. Y'all keep it rolling.
4 years ago, we won the national championship.
Yeah. I think it was on this day 4 years ago, right? Or was that yesterday?
I had it up on my memory.
So we keep it going. Like, is this live?
No. Well, I mean, it's not live, but I mean, y'all keep talking.
Because
I don't really
think about what you think. You want to talk about power rankings when you get back?
Yeah, we can do that. I mean, whatever y'all want to. Y'all talk however y'all want to, and we'll keep it rolling. I'm just going to grab another beer. It's going to take me 2 seconds.
Dylan, we're going to rattle off NFL power rankings together, like in a snake draft.
What?
Yeah.
Snake draft, who you think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, and then we're going to look up and see who it is?
No, who we think.
Oh,
like who we think is going to be.
Right now, like who we think is the power rankings right now.
Okay, who we think. We're going to give our own power rankings.
Yes. Yeah.
Gotcha. Be right back.
Right. Well, who do you got? I got Cowboys winning.
No, we don't.
I'm just starting out. I got the Cowboys winning Super Bowl.
This is side talk. Who do you think is going to win the college football national championship?
It would be.
I'm going to go Georgia.
Do you think they beat Bama?
I think they're more motivated and they're more talented this year.
Well, they have to beat Michigan.
Stop licking him. He's not.
They have to beat Michigan, right?
Yeah.
Georgia does.
Yes.
And Michigan's on a roll. I mean, I think
Georgia's. Who do you think is going to win the college football national championship?
Hold on, I can't hear you.
I mean, I'm going to say Bama just because that's what would probably happen. But
what's up?
I mean, I think if Cincinnati won it, that'd be crazy. Cincinnati or Michigan. We were talking about who we think's going to win the college football championship.
I haven't given it much thought, but
I would say Bama's probably the favorite.
I hate Alabama. I can't see it. I can't do it. Go Georgia.
I mean, I would say they're the favorite. I'd like to see anyone win.
But if Bama wins, it's still LSU, the number 2 team in the whole last 20 years. Out of the last 20 years, the most national championships besides Alabama is who, baby? Who spoke? Go Tigers! Go fucking Tigers! Hey, look, Gifford bought these. I didn't even buy these.
I did not buy these. I did not buy that shit.
Go Tigers!
You bought those, Gifford? You converting on us?
He's an LSU fan.
No, I'm an A&M guy.
He's lucky we suck.
I'm an A&M Commerce guy.
I'm the worst person.
I'm
an A&M fan.
Yeah.
Oh, you like A&M for real? We beat the fuck out of them this year. We fucked them up.
How many times
we
A&M beat LSU?
In the last 10 years, in the last 12 years, we're 11-1.
Hey,
we're 11-1.
You guys got to denounce any D1 allegiances you guys now have because we've got a new D1 allegiance, and that's that A&M Commerce Lions, baby.
No. That's FCS.
Oh, man. It don't matter, man. It's D1. It doesn't matter. FCS, FBS. You can't pull for both anymore.
I went to Gonzaga. And if LSU and Gonzaga played in basketball,
did you see that
I'm rooting for LSU.
Look at this catch.
I'm rooting for LSU. LSU over anything. When you're from Louisiana, it doesn't matter. That's all we have. The Saints, fuck them. As when you're from Louisiana, It's all about Louisiana State
I thought it's
University.
It's
Spo knows this.
It's not who
Her
that
name, this dog's name is not Spo, S-P-O. It's S-P-E-A-U-X. Go.
That's because your dumb ass don't know how to spell.
All right, let's get into these power rankings.
Yeah, let's get these power rankings rolling. All right, so you guys want to list off y'all's version of the power rankings? I'm assuming, yeah, that's what.
All right.
Who you got? Y'all want to start? Are we starting like bottom up, top down?
Okay, I think we all say our number one and see where we go from there.
Sure.
My number one, I'll go first since you're biased. My number one is the bias. That's why I said it. I think it's the Green Bay Packers.
Hell yes, sir. I agree with you.
Number one.
I would say it's a toss-up. I really like.
You gotta pick one.
I
Toss up.
know.
Gotta pick one.
If I had to pick right now, I'd probably say Arizona.
They're not.
I think I'm a Cliff Kingsbury. Is it Kingsbury?
Cliff Kingsbury.
Kingsbury. I like him. I liked him when he was at Tech.
Yeah, he's a loser.
I'm pretty sure he's a Sim guy too.
He is a Simicast. Shout out.
But
Hey,
I like him at Tech.
Have y'all seen his interviews? His eyes. His fucking eyes are scary.
Really?
Go Google the image. Viewers, the thousands of viewers. Go look at his eyes. They're like gray, wrinkled, gray. It looks scary. Like this man
raccoon eyes?
doesn't sleep. Yes. This man, I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, damn, I have some fucking grace. This man can fucking be so, it's crazy. And he's not even bald like
All right, Dylan, you gonna say Green Bay or what?
Yeah, I agree with Ryan. Green Bay, 100%, dude.
3 Green Bay. Let's go to 2. Who's your second? Are you gonna say Arizona?
I'm gonna say Green Bay is my second.
No, but now we're moving. Green Bay's 1. Now we're going to
I
2.
said Arizona was first.
No, but what
But
I'm
you
saying
were
is
wrong, so who's
we're
number 2?
collectively
Okay,
doing
okay.
it. We're collectively
Well, then,
agreeing.
yeah. I mean, if I thought Arizona was first and we're saying Green Bay, then obviously I'm gonna say that.
I don't think Arizona. And if we pick 3 different teams, we debate and figure it out.
Yeah.
So
So
what do you think?
I think Green Bay's number 1, or is that we're on?
No, yeah. So we're going like we collectively pick each rank, and we'll debate if we have.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying. So now we're going number 2. Number 2.
I got Tampa Bay. I think Tampa Bay.
I'm gonna say Arizona.
Yeah.
Okay. So Arizona's 2 no matter what.
I just think. Well, I will say DeAndre Hopkins is out now, so
he's
plays.
out until the playoffs. My biggest thing is I don't like Kyler Murray that much, but we'll see what he can do in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's to be seen. But we can also. I don't have no argument against that. What's 3?
I would say Tampa. Yeah.
Tampa.
I'm outvoted, so we'll rock with
What do you
Tampa.
think?
I'm thinking on who would be up there
I
with them.
think Tampa because I thought they were my second.
I would probably have to say Tampa as well. Now that I think about it, the close right behind them, honestly, man, is I think the Chiefs are coming up there because they're getting hot at the right time.
Yeah. I mean, I would
Chiefs
say
are my AFC favorite.
Chiefs
are my AFC favorite. They're 4. They're 4 for me.
You think so?
Yeah, I think I will pick Patrick Mahomes over all the teams in the AFC till I die, until I'm fucking 50.
I would say 4. I really like the Rams, man.
I don't know about that, man. Like they've consistently played worse, with the exception of beating the Cardinals. They have consistently played worse since adding Von Miller and ODB. What'd you say, Giff?
I said maybe I'm biased because they got Cooper Kupp, and I'm about to win against Ryan in this league.
Yeah, I got fucked over by Urban Meyer.
Damn. How'd you get fucked over by Urban Meyer?
He doesn't play James Robinson, who is the best he's a top 5 running back. If you look at all the statistics of what he does, he's so good. I'm going on a rant. I hate Urban Meyer. Fucking hate that.
All right, so we're saying.
So who do we got as number 4?
Kansas City.
Kansas City, is that who we're rocking with for number? So for number 1 right now, as a general consensus, we've got Green Bay. Number 2, Arizona. 3, Tampa, right? And then 4, Kansas City. Who we got rounding out the top 5?
I'm gonna be biased, say Cowboys.
They're not.
God, shut up.
They're good enough. They're good enough to be top 3, and they're bad enough to be bottom in the top 10. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I will say Cowboys are 7 to me, I'm sitting here trying to think. This is where we're really thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to look at what everyone's records. The Patriots.
I was about to say it's got to be the Patriots right now. Just
number one seed in the AFC. It's got to be the Patriots.
I think the Patriots.
That because of Mac Jones.
Mac Jones sucks. He sucks. American nation, he sucks.
I don't think he sucks. I think he's young.
I'm handsome with a hat on.
I think he's in a great situation with Bill Belichick and the defense that they've turned around over last year. And I mean, I think he's in a good spot.
I definitely got him as 5 just strictly due to the fact of their defense playing as well as they are.
I swear to God to y'all. I swear to God to y'all. Us three could have played quarterback and beat the Bills.
Well, when you only got to throw the ball 3 times, shit, we can definitely do that.
Okay, so 6. This is where it gets interesting. It's not the Cowboys to me. It's not the Cowboys to me.
Who do you have over the Cowboys? Because you said Cowboys are 70. Yeah? So who's your 6?
No, it's Cowboys. It's Cowboys. It's Cowboys because I'm not taking. Are you taking the Ravens over the Cowboys? No,
I'm not taking the Ravens. I'm taking this 6 is where I would go with the Rams. They're hot They're hot coming off a win over Arizona right now. They possibly shaping to go back the right direction. So, I think it would be definitely. I say toss up between the Rams or Cowboys for that 6th spot.
Toss up. I think
6 or 7 could be swapped either way. Rams.
I get that.
Who you got? 8.
Well, wait. So we're gonna go 6 as who?
I say we all agree.
I say Rams.
I say the next 2 are Rams and Cowboys.
Rams and Cowboys. So we're gonna jump to 8. Who y'all got coming in at number 8? Me personally at number 8, I'm gonna have to say that I've got. Lamar's healthy now, right? Or how long is he gonna be out?
Well, I don't care about Lamar. I got the Bengals. I think they shoot themselves in the foot a lot, and that their record is way worse than what they could be. And the only other team that has an answer for that is the Chargers. I think it's Chargers or Bengals.
I like the Bengals. I just think there's other teams that.
Who's better? No.
Okay, I got a team.
Joe Burrow is better than Lamar Jackson. He's already better.
Okay, well,
Joe Burrow's the best quarterback in that division.
I will say, even with Derrick Henry at a loss right now for the rest of the season, the Titans are still winning.
I forgot about Titans. And I would say he's going to come back in the playoffs. Titans got to be next.
Titans got to be next.
They got to be.
That's
hey, guess where your boy's from?
And the Titans.
Yes, sir.
And to be behind Baltimore or whatever, they beat Baltimore. You know.
Oh yeah.
And
the Titans have had so many injuries, bro. AJ Brown in our league. That's part of the reason why he
got Derrick Henry too. They're saying Derrick Henry may make a comeback.
Yeah, he's going to come back to the class.
He should be back. Yeah.
So I would say run maybe.
I mean, you could probably even put the Titans like 6 above the Rams and the Cowboys.
I would say that when they're fully healthy, yes, but right now when they're not healthy,
I would not put the Titans above
what is their record?
Ever.
They're 9-4 right now.
I don't care about them.
I mean, 9-4, and that's the same as the Chiefs.
They are 9-4, but you got to think of what have you done for me lately? And lately they've been struggling because they've been injured.
Well, they beat bad teams too, man.
Who did we put at 5?
There's bad teams in NFL.
Who did we put at 5?
At 5, we had put the Patriots, I believe, right?
No, that's 6 and 7. 5, we put
Patriots.
Patriots, yeah, that's right.
I don't think, but the Patriots got beat by us. I don't think they're burning us, but I think they're burning us right now. I think if it comes down to Dak controls us from being a 6 to 10 team that could upset someone to being a 1 to 5 team that could win a Super Bowl, and that's the real talk. And it's a conversation that needs to happen because I'm a Dak fan. I've been a fucking Dak murdering fan. If Tony Romo was this quarterback, we'd be the number 1 team in the country, in the whole nation. I don't care what no one says. Tony Romo was that good. And you may have your own opinion on it. Our defense, his whole career, of his 10 seasons, 8 of the 10, they were in the bottom 20.
Yeah.
And we were the bottom of 20 in rushing. And he's still, every season he played more than 10 games, we went to the playoffs.
I think we can really see how good Tony Romo is now by just him commentating these games.
No, he's good. No,
I mean, he's literally calling plays.
So calling the plays is only half of it, though. Giff. Like you're getting a chance to see his football IQ and his intellect.
Tony lost. No. I'm interrupting you. Tony lost on a call. He lost to your boy on a call.
Dad's called it.
He lost to your boy on a call. And you can say it is what it is, but it was on a call, right?
I mean, you guys are saying that. You also got to remember, too, how much time would have been on the clock after that play if Dez does catch it?
But the thing is, you can say that, but the game was over.
How many times has Aaron Rodgers continuously got – all he had to do was get in field goal range, which is easy. He wouldn't even have to score a touchdown.
That was a catch.
And that was when Crosby was automatic, dude. I wish they would have called it, because then there would be no what-ifs when Aaron Rodgers marches down the field, puts us in field goal range, and Mason Crosby drills that motherfucker.
I 100% get you.
Yeah, Cowboys defense is sucked.
I know.
If there was more than a minute and a half on the clock.
I know.
They were about like 120.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not his fault. Tony Romo is the only reason. Guess what? And you can tell this, Dylan. And I can tell you my whole life, we sucked until Tony Romo. We literally sucked until him.
Oh, yeah.
We literally sucked
when you went from that 90s reign with Troy Aikman, as soon as that was done, boom, awful.
Dumbass Cowboys fans tried to hold him to Troy Aikman's 20 years ago standards when he was an undrafted free agent. Tony Romo maximized the shit out of his career.
Yeah. And honestly, I think Troy Aikman's a little overhyped, to be honest with you. Like, look at all the help he had. To be honest with you, put Tony Romo on that team with him, different story. I mean, they would have won every damn year.
The best quarterback in the history of the Cowboys is a man named Tony Romo. And it's in the story to me. I don't care what anyone says. The Cowboys had the options, especially back in those days, to get the best talent they wanted. It didn't matter.
Sure.
And there's a salary cap. And guess what? They paid the wrong guys, and our defenses were bad. What's his name? I'm going to sound like stupid. Roger Staubach.
Yeah.
Had one of the best defenses in the history of the league.
So you're telling me that you think Tony Romo is better QB than Troy Aikman? I don't disagree with you.
And Roger Staubach.
And Roger Staubach. I don't disagree, but you're saying he's better than Troy Aikman. One of the things that always comes up whenever we're talking about quarterbacks and who's better and who's not better is rings. And the reason why I say this is because you guys always bring this shit up when we talk about Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady.
But no.
And like LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Troy Aikman has rings.
It's not like and that's why I disagree. It's not like LeBron James and Michael Jordan. You know, Dylan, you're smarter than that. This is why you get it. No. This is why Dylan's getting upset, and I bet he will agree with me. In basketball, one guy matters a lot more than one guy in football. You need a whole team.
Right.
A good quarterback gets you to the playoffs, like Tony.
I mean, they're both teams.
No. But you can say whatever you want. There's 5 guys, there's 11, and then there's a whole.
There's a reason why Green Bay has always consistently made the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, even though we haven't always had the greatest squads.
But you have to understand. I believe Aaron Rodgers is a top 5 guy. He's not better than Brady because of what Brady's been able to do outside of New England. That's just how it is.
So wait, Dylan, you're trying to say wait. You're trying to say Aaron Rodgers is better than Tom Brady?
No, I'm not.
Without a doubt, better than Tom Brady.
He might be. Listen, he might be.
That's a stretch, Dylan.
He might be because
that's a stretch.
But guess what? This is the same guy. This same guy that tries to talk about teams. LeBron James makes everyone better, but it's team shit. No, MJ's the GOAT, and the GOAT is MJ. But the funny thing is, I don't disagree with you. I think the best arm talent is Aaron Rodgers. I think the one who made the most of his career is Tom Brady. Is that not agreeable?
I would definitely agree with that. I mean, Tom Brady obviously has the rings, but this was I wanted to piggyback on that because you guys set me up. You threw me a softball, or you lobbed me a softball on that one. I had to take a chance. We're talking about Romo being better than Aikman, even though Aikman's got way more rings, right? But then whenever I talk about Aaron Rodgers being better than Tom Brady, everybody, the thing that comes up is, Brady has more rings than than every franchise. He has more rings than, and it's like, okay, and it's like I get that, but like everybody always talks about him being a system QB, and I get he went out of the system, he went to Tampa, but look at what he surrounded himself with in Tampa.
And Gifford kind of fought your argument with showing what Mac Jones did when that man won a Super Bowl. That man won a Super Bowl when he was not the best player on the team,
Correct.
right?
100%.
And here's the thing. Brady had a more privileged career, but his career is so legendary, you can't challenge it. That's the only reason.
Yeah, you can't.
My thing is if you were to, like,
do you think Rodgers is second behind him no matter anyone? No matter anyone?
Dude, one more time? I didn't hear your question.
So my problem with this is go look at Elway.
Yeah.
If this is your argument, Elway's above them all.
Yeah, and I'm not even arguing of who's greatest of all time. I haven't done enough research to argue that. I'm arguing strictly who's the better quarterback of the two between Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, hands down, is better than Tom Brady. To your point, Tom Brady has had a better career as far as like championship-wise, things like that. When you look at stat-wise, though, like individual stats and accolades, Aaron Rodgers far supersedes him. And not supersedes him, but he has also not played as long.
You're saying the same thing as LeBron.
Now, hold on. Now, if you look at pure talent,
No. Hear me out before he says that. Overall, stats-wise, is what matters the most. Game-to-game stats-wise is what matters most. Does Aaron Rodgers throw for more yards with less people? Does Aaron Rodgers do whatever? Guess what? All LeBron has done is played more games. And that's all he's done. That's all he's done. He's played more games and won less championships. But he'll just play more games. Do you think, Dylan, in your opinion, just playing more games and getting more stats makes you the best? No, right?
No. I would definitely, to your point, it's definitely it's on a per game basis.
He is.
Now, so the difference between the LeBron and Michael Jordan argument is both of them played in two different eras, right? Where the difference here with Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers is it's easier to compare the two because they played at the same time. Like Tom Brady entered the league a few years before Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers was the early 2000s.
Here's my argument. Here, I'm interrupting you because I'm gonna tell you the truth. I think Aaron Rodgers is the most talented quarterback I've ever seen. I didn't like him because I was Brett Favre. I was a Packers fan. Right, I liked the Packers, but I did not like the fact they did what they did to Brett. And what I want to tell you is you're biased. You're biased.
I'm very biased on this, obviously, right? Like because I'm a Packers fan, right? But
I don't think it's even close. I would say Aaron Rodgers has the better arm.
And the only thing what's unfortunate is he didn't play on better teams, and that's how it goes.
Yeah, that's just how it goes. Yeah, I mean,
and that's why to me, in my opinion, that's your boy's position. Is he can't? It's the same thing.
Yeah, I mean that goes to say that Jordan had the better team.
I don't think he had better teams. I think he won. I don't think he did. Pippen. No, okay, he didn't. He never had first ballot Hall of Famers besides Scottie Pippen. LeBron had Dwayne Wade. He had Anthony Davis. He has Kyrie. That's two more, double the amount Jordan had, and Jordan played 8 less seasons. 8 less seasons. He won by 81. Dylan. He won 2 more ships. I'm gonna
feel like this. Oh my God! This is why I always say it's a different era. This era. I mean, you have people like
no. Can I interrupt you one time? Can I interrupt you? I'm sorry. They're talking about Steph Curry is the all-time three-point leader right now. He won't be in 10 years. Guess why?
Because everybody shoots threes.
Guess what? Trae Young will break his record, and guess what? Another guy, but they won't be the best. But they're not the best three-point shooter.
But the league is always
no. But the best three-point shooter ever is still Steph. Steph wasn't shooting threes like that until 4 years into his career. Go look at it. Go look at the stats. Because the game changed. The game changed to make it easier to score. Luka came from Spain saying it's easier to score here. Because it is.
Yeah.
The thing is, it wasn't that easy in the 90s. And guess what?
Okay,
Jordan still did it. and Jordan quit for a year and a half and came back and won 3 more. No one will ever do that, and there's a legendary status to that.
I'm not saying,
and that's why young people that are older than me, young people who don't understand the game.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I've always said.
Quick question.
I think today, when LeBron retires, I think his career over time looks better than Jordan's because of the longevity.
Is Cal Ripken the best baseball player you've ever seen? No. Fuck no. Babe Ruth stats are getting broken every day. Is Babe Ruth top 3? Duh. You know what? And that's MJ. Top 1 ever. You can't pass it.
So what do you do if Steph wins 2 more?
There's nothing Steph can do to pass MJ. He can pass LeBron. KD can pass LeBron. But Steph, LBJ, and KD, the top 3 to be able to be in the top 10, top 5 all time, they will never pass MJ. There is a legendary status. There's a legendary status with him.
Quick question, Ryan.
He could have done more. But the thing is, LeBron couldn't win it. He has paired teams 4 times. Y'all are crazy. In his prime, he is joined on another team with a guy who won a title and with another all-star and lost to us with 1 all-star. He literally lost to us. I will never forget that. I will never forget being LeBron. It was the happiest moment of my stupid life. And
Eric's ring is probably the greatest.
It's the greatest ring ever.
That was like, and look at the run of people
that ring is for 5 rings.
How many times how many superstars did Dirk knock off on his way to that final?
Kobe. He beat the Trailblazers with Brandon Roy, who people don't remember.
He was nice.
And he beat the OKC team that went to the finals the next year. Harden, Russell, and KD. And then he beat LeBron, D. Wade, and Chris Bosh.
Yeah. Correct.
Before they didn't do a 3-peat.
That's got to be one of the best playoff runs ever.
Hey,
Jason Terry?
Hey, before LeBron couldn't win a fucking 3-peat after that? No shit, boy. We stopped it. We fucking stopped it. We stopped his path to undisputable greatness. And hear me out. This is why you want to know I'm not biased. I think LeBron's the number 2 player ever to live. And if he wins 1 or 2 more titles, he has an argument. That's why I'm not biased. But I'm a catcher. Well, he's a LeBron fan. He's a LeBron fan. And hear me out. I get you. You're a LeBron fan. And I get my friends who are LeBron.
I'm a Michael Jordan fan, too.
I get my fans who are LeBron fans. But I will tell you, this is something I'm wholehearted about. I swear about it. I care about the history of the game, and I don't want to give it away easy. I think LeBron's great. I think he's great. But I think what MJ did at his height and size is undisputable. It's undisputed. You'll never see him. It was a big man's league, and Michael made it a card.
It was a defensive league,
and Michael averaged 36 a game. Hey, my question to you, Dylan, before we go to the next topic. LeBron's never been defensive player of the year. He's been all defensive twice. Okay, Michael Jordan, other half the game, 10-time defensive all defense, 2-time defensive player of the year. Okay, he played the other game better. He guarded the best player. Go watch who LeBron guarded.
Had the biggest block in NBA history.
The biggest block
and
run.
The best team to ever play a season.
No, the best team that ever played season was Mike's team. But they lost. They lost. They won the most regular season games that don't matter. It don't matter.
Why does it not matter?
No, Dylan.
Why does it not matter?
Okay, we're arguing. But what I'm trying to tell you is, Dylan.
And they swept every team in the playoffs.
All that
and it was
like
3-0.
Regular season.
And LeBron won 4 in a row.
If he's arguing for regular season, do you think Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT then?
No, I'm
okay.
What I'm saying.
Okay. No, he's wrong. He's wrong. He's arguing.
Aaron Rodgers is GOAT. Just in case y'all want to circle back to that.
No, but what I'm saying is, what MJ did will never be done again. There's no one who can do it. What LeBron did, and Edwards.
Well, it's like Brady. What Brady has done, they probably want. It's a perfect situation.
LeBron is not as talented as other guys. He was more gifted.
And I get it.
Michael was not the most gifted. Michael was not the most gifted athlete in the history of time, but he did the most dominance in the history of time.
But I would say
nothing like it.
Was an incredible athlete who
and
an amazing career.
And I'll end on this. I agree with people who want to argue that LeBron's better. I'll say I get it. But in my opinion, I'm the most humble person in the world. I think MJ.
Let's go to the next topic.
Hey, I was gonna give you a chance to rebut real quick. You wanna?
Listen, Aaron Rodgers. I don't agree with you. Tom Brady's better than Aaron Rodgers. You can't argue that. It's one more situation. It may be a better situation.
It is.
But the thing is, they all signed their contracts, and LeBron. Tom Brady has won at every stage. He's got more than the Cowboys. He's got more than the Steelers. It's impossible to argue. He's gonna break every record. He's gonna have the most rings, and he's got the most.
You switch Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. Yes, it's Aaron Rodgers.
Brett Favre.
Aaron Rodgers played for the Patriots.
Your boy Brett Favre
Tom Brady played for
Aaron Rodgers.
Green
Your
Bay.
boy Brett Favre fucked Aaron Rodgers.
Why you say that?
Because he couldn't play early.
Aaron Rodgers sat on the bench for 3 years.
His numbers will never matter.
Behind Brett Favre.
Listen, Aaron Rodgers will always be remembered. Listen to me. Aaron Rodgers will always be remembered as all-time great. But he's always going to be in the Drew Brees category unless he keeps going.
Yeah, let's see what.
He's definitely a step above the Drew Brees category. But
who's better? Okay, who's your top 5 all time then?
QBs?
Who's your top 5 all time?
My top 5 all-time QBs.
I'll rattle off for you real quick.
Here, I'll go first.
Shut up, Brian.
I'm sorry, I'm stupid though.
Before we got on this podcast, this dude goes, "I'm not gonna talk. I'm just gonna listen."
I'm gonna say.
I'm a talker.
I'm gonna say. And obviously, I'm coming with more recent QBs because it became a passing league as it got, further along. I could get at least rattle off my top 3 straight off, and that's gonna be Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning.
Can I?
That's your top 3?
Yeah, 100%.
Who is it? Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning?
Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning.
Okay, I'll go crazier. I think, still in my heart, I will say Peyton Manning is better than Tom Brady.
So Tom Brady?
Yeah, I think Peyton's better.
You just said Tom.
But you just said Tom Brady's better than Aaron Rodgers.
But I'm gonna give you my real, I guess, the realness, or do you want me to give you mine? Do you want me to say what I think?
Say what you believe. Yes.
What I believe, I still believe Peyton's better. He had worse teams. He never had this situation.
I think it goes Tom Brady.
That whole team went to shit when he left.
I think it goes Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton.
You're making my argument for Aaron Rodgers right now.
But Rodgers took over a playoff team, in my opinion. That Peyton didn't. Peyton took over the worst team, and when he left, they were the worst team.
That's when
they were the literal worst team in the NFL when he left. So my opinion is, if I have to give my real one, I'm not gonna say some stupid shit. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. I'm gonna go Joe Montana, and then I'm gonna go John Elway.
And then Aaron?
No, I don't think Aaron's a go.
Oh my God, disrespectful. Jeez.
Biased. He has more to prove.
Even if not biased, man. So if we're going by
Brett's career is better at this point.
Who?
Brett. His career is better. Brett took another team to the NFC Championship. He took the Jets he went with the Minnesota with the NFC Championship and went to the playoffs with the Jets.
When we talk about it though, are we talking team accolades such as playoff appearances, championships, or are we talking about individual?
You're talking about arm talent, to your opinion. If I want to give my honest opinion, I think it's going to end up Patrick Mahomes. That's what my real opinion is.
I can see Patrick Mahomes getting up there for sure.
I thought Patrick would be better than Tom until he lost. And he got fucked. No, his first run, he should have been in the Super Bowl until his own guy lined up on offsides. But I'm telling you, Patrick is that guy. And I don't care.
I don't doubt that one bit with Patrick Mahomes. Everybody's giving Mahomes shit this year. And I'm not saying that in the future he's not going to be one of the greatest to ever do it, if not the greatest. And everybody's giving him shit this year, but it's like, dude, he's having a bad year, you know? What?
Make another drink.
Oh, shit. But no, Patrick Mahomes is definitely probably beat that.
Aaron's got the arm talent, man. And NFL's an impossible game to gauge.
Yeah.
But you can't, like, I'm telling you can't deny Tom. You can't deny Tom.
So you can't deny his championships or anything like that.
Breaking all the records too.
Yeah.
How can you break all the records and win all the championships and not be the best?
To your point, longevity. How long has he played, dude? When you break down yards per game, they're within 4 yards of each other over their career. If you break down touchdowns per game, they're within 10 per. They're within a tenth of a point.
Hear me out. Tom did that when the league was different. Aaron was not there. Tom has been dominant throwing the ball this year. More, and he's right there with Aaron in the MVP.
They're going to be running for MVP.
He's what, 7-6 years older than Aaron? You cannot believe that for sure.
Yeah, I do, man. And but I'm basing mine off of arm talent, IQ. They both got the IQ. Don't get me wrong, man. I'm not saying that Tom. This is not a knock on Tom Brady. I'm just simply talking about the IQ that Aaron Rodgers possesses when he walks up to the line, reads the play, the cues that he gives with his players. Doesn't even have to really give them anything specific other than
Tom is
look.
The same way.
I know. I'm not saying that he doesn't, but at the same time, for how long of his career did Belichick do a lot of that shit for him at first?
Go. You don't know. But at the same time, you don't know how long in Aaron's career did.
You got to think too. Tom's IQ came from being around Bill all the time.
Listen, but no.
Who was Rodgers around? Mike McCarthy? He's not a bad coach, but he's not Bill Belichick.
I mean, everyone does believe that. I always said if you put Tony Romo on the Patriots, Tony wins those championships. I get it. I understand it. But at the end of the day, this is history. And guess who decided history was his own? Tom did. And guess who went to a team that didn't make the playoffs? And I thought they were good. Their quarterback threw fucking 1 million interceptions and they went 8-8. But at the end of the day, it's the truth. Tom went and proved it. He did. And Aaron has time. I agree with that. It's the same argument. Listen, it's the same argument. LeBron.
How old is Aaron Rodgers? 35?
No, 38, 39.
Oh, wow. He's late 30s.
But at the end of it, he's still fine. It's the same argument, Dylan. In my opinion, and everyone gets mad. All the people, and let me get my soapbox. I say Mike is the best because I still believe LeBron has to do more. And everyone is like, oh, LeBron's the best. They just want to get – this is our generation of people. Just give it to him. Just give it to him. And I'm an asshole. How am I an asshole for saying he's the second best? I'm an asshole for saying second best. And he can still prove that he's the best. That's the world we live in. And that's the world Aaron lives in. He has to prove more. He's got to win maybe 2 more. He's got to win. If he wins 2
Dylan, you think Aaron's staying in Green Bay after this year?
I think he does. I think he does for 2 reasons. So 2 reasons. One, the other day on McAfee's show on his Aaron Rodgers Tuesday that he does, he flat out said they asked him about it, and he didn't allude to anything, but he kind of smiled and he said, "I'm enjoying playing ball," which means he's enjoying himself right now, right?
I'm gonna go tell him what's left in there. I'm gonna fucking judge you.
Bro, let him talk.
But I think that there's that. I think he enjoys being there. I think they've worked out a lot of the issues by bringing in some of the guys that they brought in for the season. Rasul Douglas, bringing in Randall Cobb back to the fold. They're making the right moves for him in the front office. And then the second thing is, I think that him getting COVID, with it being earlier in the season and having to miss a week, bought him all the leverage in the world because they got to see what the team will look like with Jordan Love, and it don't look good at all.
I mean, I think they could definitely win it this year. I agree. I mean, I think they have a legit opportunity.
Well, we could have won it for the past 4 years. We got to get over that hump of the conference championship.
Now that we're working into this conversation, you sent us this Super Bowl picks now. And I changed mine. I think I said Bills, Cowboys. I'm willing to change mine now.
Okay, let's get it. Yeah, every time you get to come on the show, you're going to change it. I can rock. I'm going to rock with my original picks. I know they're not going to work out, or at least one of them's not. My original was Packers and Bills. I think the Packers will still be there, but I lost faith in the Bills.
I'll with mine, but if someone gave you $100 million to bet on it, what are you going to take?
Yeah, if I've got a bet right this second, we're going to do
Packers
what?
And Chiefs. I'm going to take Packers Chiefs.
I would agree because I don't think the Patriots will get the job done. I don't think Mac Jones is there yet to where he can lead the team to a championship per se. I think the defense can help him.
Be there.
Do
You
I?
can't say it.
Fuck Mac Jones. I'm out on.
You
Mac
hate him
Jones.
because he's an Alabama guy or what?
No, this is my hot take. I try to take a hot take. My hot take is I don't think Mac Jones is good.
Nah,
And I don't feel like I'm wrong on Josh Allen. I don't think he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
yeah. I think I bought into the Josh Allen hype at the beginning of the year, and I wish I wouldn't have. Now, if I were to bet money right this second, though, I would definitely say I like the Chiefs. I'm gonna flip that. I'm not gonna say the Chiefs. I'm gonna say Packers and Bengals. Joey.
That boy Burrow, I'm so in on him. Sell me all his stock. Sell me all of it. Fuck Justin.
I honestly think so. Here's I know that's a crazy pick right there to say Packers and Bengals.
Joe Burrow's that.
I think they've got a guy under center, right?
And I think in his defense, that conference, I think he has a chance.
You want me to tell you something though?
I think Joe Burrow has a chance.
They're not gonna make it because they're not consistent enough. It goes to consistency.
Well, that's the problem is consistency. It's a risky bet, but think if they get on the roll like what they had at the beginning of the year. Think about if they have the roll from the beginning of the year.
New England's offense sucks.
New England's not doing it. Hey, to be honest with you, though, I low-key would hope that the Patriots – I hope in the bottom of my heart the Patriots do win. You know why? Because then I can then form an argument to discount all of Brady's Super Bowls with fucking the Patriots. If Mac Jones was able to do it, anybody can.
All three sit
I'm gonna.
let me
get
is the best.
ever.
Belichick's the best.
Okay, so let me give you my pick, and this is gonna be my hot take, and this is just what I would like to see. I want to see Cowboys Titans, and that's because I was born in Nashville and I grew up in Texas. Do I think that's realistically going to happen? The odds are not my favorite.
I think that. So I mean, obviously, any given Sunday.
Because if they get Derrick Henry back, I think the Titans definitely have a chance in the AFC to make it. The NFC is tough, dude. The Cowboys got to make it past Brady, Aaron, Patrick, Kyler. I mean, not Patrick, but Kyler. I mean, he's got to make it past a lot of good teams. I think the Rams are going to be good. I think they're going to.
I think it's all a toss-up, man. Really.
Oh, and I think the NFC is really.
This is the first year we're going, but the AFC is the same. I mean, the thing is,
I think the AFC is more of a toss-up than the NFC at this point.
Right now, the Chargers and Chiefs, it's a fucking dogfight. The Chargers should have lost to the Bengals if Joe Mixon doesn't fucking fumble.
And Jamar Chase catches.
And they both literally fuck up, and Joe Burrow throws an interception. And before those plays happened, before that, they were within 4. And they were driving. And so like the thing is, they're all so close, and there's still the Lamar Jackson factor. I'm not shocked that whoever makes it out.
I don't think the Ravens are deep enough to make it.
I think the Chiefs are the strongest enough. And that's why I think they will make it. But it doesn't matter because it comes down to one game. We'll be shocked I think we won't be out of the NFC. I think.
Okay, I got a good one. Let's put top 3 of each conference at the end of the year.
Top 4. Who's the NFC and
NFC? Yeah. Division winners?
Okay, let's do that. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, a lot of those are going to be pretty obvious, to be honest with you. Like, I think the only one that's not going to be obvious on that is going to be, like, your AFC North and then probably your what is it? The West? Is it the West that's in it?
NFC that has?
It's going to be Chiefs, Baltimore, Patriots,
Titans,
and
then it's going to be Cowboys, Cardinals, and Rams can go either way.
Cowboys, Cardinals,
Packers,
Bucks. Yeah,
Bucks, yeah.
That's crazy.
It's pretty easy picks on that.
I would say the only one there that really concerns me is Cardinals. Rams.
I got one dark horse for the whole playoffs that can upset a team or two. It's a Colt.
My dark horse is going to be the Chargers.
I think. Oh, I mean, God, fuck you. I mean, duh.
I'm not even watching the game that's going on right now, but that's my dark horse. I don't think they're going to win the division because they're simply in the division with the Chiefs, and I think the Chiefs are going to get
it. NFL has become college football. If you have a quarterback that's good enough, you can win.
Yeah. I would not be surprised, though, if
The Browns are a better team than the Chargers. The Chargers have a better quarterback.
Yeah.
The Bengals are a worse team than the Browns. They have a better quarterback.
Hey, think about this. If the Chargers do go on a run and say they run all the way to the conference championship, you could see a divisional matchup between them and the Chiefs for the conference.
I'm not big on the Chargers, man.
I will put it like this. Talking AFC,
they're like the Bengals. They're not consistent.
If the Titans get Derrick Henry back and he runs like he was running this whole season when he was healthy, I can see the Titans making.
Well, he was like the leading rusher for like 5 weeks after he was injured.
But he was like 500 yards more than everyone, fucking 7 touchdowns more than everyone.
Like I think like 3 or 4 weeks after his injury, he was still the leading rusher.
I think I will tell you. Okay.
And you're only big on the Colts because of fucking.
Who's your top 5
running back
young quarterbacks in the league?
Young quarterbacks. Okay, are we saying like drafted within the past like 2-3 years? What?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Joe Burrow #1 for me. I think
so. We're not including Patrick.
No, Patrick's out of it. I think it's Joe Burrow.
If you are no longer on your rookie contract, you cannot be selected.
Okay, got you. Okay.
I'm on Joe Burrow over Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert has a way better team, and he comes up inconsistent. Look at their whole season. He's been so inconsistent on a good ass team.
You could probably blame all their losses on him.
Yes, like I believe that. Like they've been a top good defense their whole time.
Yeah.
He just misses passes.
What are they right now? 8-5.
They literally should have lost the Bengals. They literally should have lost a couple other games. I like Herbert. I think Herbert's gonna be top 10 one day if he gets it right. But
not top 10 all time.
No, top 10 in the league.
Oh yeah, I mean I'd say he's probably close.
But
to top 10
Burrow doesn't have the arm, and I know I sound like an LSU fan.
Who would you put top 10?
He's got it.
Now?
Dylan, you agree? He's got it.
Burrow. 100%. I would say out of all the young QBs, Burrow is definitely my #1.
He's just fucked on that franchise. I hope that franchise does what's best for him.
I hope he
best franchise ever in the history of the
I hope he gets out of Cincinnati.
You got Mac Jones #2
No. #2's definitely got to be Justin Herbert, man. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I feel like 1 and 2 is kind of like pretty much a given between the young guys.
I would agree there's a gap. Where's
Kyler?
But I would say the Max
is Kyler third.
I mean, are we considering him? I don't believe he's on his. Is he still on rookie contract? Right? Yeah.
3rd year. He's the 3rd guy.
Okay, I wasn't even considering him in the young buck group anymore, and I don't know why not. I take back my original first pick. My #1's gonna be Kyler.
You would take Mac over Burrow?
I never said that.
Okay.
I said I take back my original. I didn't realize we were throwing Kyler into the list. All right, how far back are we going? Are we going like what? Let's cap off the year.
I think
you're drafted.
If they stay healthy, you can say Kyler. Kyler will not. Kyler, and you look at the percentages, and if you trust Pro Football Talks,
I think Kyler last
stuff, and if you trust all of they look at every play, in the top 4. Kyler's not above Justin and Burrow. Burrow's #1, Justin, then Kyler. Kyler doesn't make those pocket passes.
Okay.
And I mean, I think Kyler's injury prone badly.
Are we cutting off at 2019 or 2018? Where are we cutting off?
What's beyond?
Kyler Murray was drafted 2019. 2018, you're gonna have Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen in it.
I'll take Burrow
and Baker
over both of them.
You'll take Burrow over who?
Over Josh Allen.
And
I would take Burrow over Josh Allen as well.
Herbert?
What?
You wouldn't take Herbert either?
Well, I didn't know who you were referring to as your second one.
What I'm saying is, I think the best, at the end of the day of this conversation, the best 2 young QBs in the league, it's Herbert and Burrow.
I would say that #1 is going to be Kyler. I think Kyler Murray 100%. And if you're gonna go with that, and then second would definitely be Joe Burrow for sure. I think third would definitely have to be Justin Herbert. Fourth,
I think Mac Jones just
No,
in the
Josh
Nah,
season.
I don't even think Mac Jones, man. I think 4, if we're going like young, and now we're running out of options here.
No, I'm done on Mac Jones.
Your hot take is wrong.
I think Mac Jones sucks.
Yeah.
I think my hot take of Trevor Lawrence isn't going to make it near as long.
If we're keeping these young guys in here, I mean, if we're going 2019, if we're going last 2 drafts or last 3 drafts, that cuts off at 2019 for Kyler Murray.
Mac Jones couldn't play over Tua. Mac Jones couldn't
Correct.
play.
I was about to say just now, like if we're going 2019 and above, I'm gonna say Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, and then
You're not biased. I think
Trevor Lawrence, and then Tua.
Do you want to believe? You want me to tell y'all one thing? Justin has the biggest upside.
over there.
A mile. Justin
Yeah,
has
Phil.
the biggest upside for a mile, and that's the truth.
Agreed. I think what you see with Joe Burrow right now is probably what you're gonna get with Joe Burrow. Probably
Yes, but he will get
Yeah.
technically better.
correct.
He will,
I think Joe Burrow has to go to a better team.
but y'all have
to be better.
to understand. Like what I'm saying is, Joe Burrow is producing on a team that is fucking terrible, and everyone thinks in the world that they want to bet on them. They want to think the Bengals are good because the buck stops with him, and they didn't get him no better protection. They didn't get him nothing. They got him a receiver who dropped. I mean, and Jamar's great. LSU, go Tigers.
Well, they had chemistry
But
already.
I get it. But what I'm saying is, Joe's special. If Joe was on the Patriots, Bill Belichick would have came all over that man's face 10 times already. It's the truth.
Jesus.
And Joe would have swallowed it all.
Cheers to that. Not to the swallowing it all part, but the first part.
I'm telling you the truth. I think Joe's that dude because he met all the things he does are right. Look at the companies that look at every play. Joe does it. Joe does it. He doesn't have the arm talent, which is why Kyler and what's his name?
Justin
Herbert. They have an advantage athletic wise over talent,
Yeah.
but the it factor.
I think Kyler.
The it factor, Joe revolves around them.
Kyler's feet makes him way better than Joe.
But he doesn't make the best passes because he misses them.
Well, he's like 5'10" though.
I know, but the thing is, let's see what the thing is. Same with Lamar. If y'all really think Lamar's that guy anymore, you're crazy.
I don't think. I never thought.
I
think he's good. I think he'd be a better.
I like Lamar.
Receiver.
Lamar's gonna win you a lot of games.
I think Lamar would be a better slot receiver.
He's not gonna win you a playoff game.
You think he'd be a better slot receiver?
No, I think he's a good quarterback. I just think that you have to do things for him that can be.
That's like if you put CD Lamb at quarterback.
If
Lamar, somewhat of an arm.
If Lamar could be the Joe Burrow brain, it's stupid. But Lamar is stupid. I hear him talk. I think he's dumb.
Kyler's definitely the better Lamar.
Yeah, but good job. Good job on winning a bunch of games. And I think I'm not trying to doubt Kyler, but I'm doubting his health, which has never been right. In all of his 3 seasons, he's never been able to play a full season. I'm doubting the health because he's not a pocket passer. And can y'all understand that? He's not Russell Wilson.
He's so good on his
Joe
feet.
Burrow is more Russell Wilson than Kyler Murray is.
Kyler Murray is more Patrick Mahomes than Joe
No,
Burrow.
Kyler Murray is more of his own figment. Is more of a Lamar.
See, that's where you're wrong.
Like, no, if Kyler was that good, he'd be able to play every game, but he gets hit too much. And I think that
How many games did he miss this year? Maybe 2?
3 or 4. And he's missed games every season. Yeah.
He got hurt at the end of the Packers game and missed.
He hasn't played the last 3 weeks.
He got hurt at the end of the Packers game and then missed the next 2 weeks.
He got hurt. Yeah, and that shows you what? What does that show you, Colt McCoy? What does that show you? There's still 10.
Colt McCoy got a win too.
Colt McCoy's won 2 of the 4
Colt McCoy
games.
was that guy at Texas.
Yes, he was.
Colt McCoy won 2 of the.
Colt McCoy was that guy at Texas.
Colt McCoy bought himself another 5 years as a backup quarterback with his performance this year.
Yeah, for sure. No, like he's not good. That team is good. That
Right.
Arizona Cardinals team is good. And if Kyler Murray is good, they're great.
All right, hey, let's switch the topic. You think Patrick Mahomes is worth $500 million?
Yes. He's worth $1 billion.
Yeah. Next question. Who do you guys think that Pittsburgh's going to replace Big Ben with now that he's retiring?
Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett or Matt. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Hey, how crazy would this be? How crazy would this be? I hope this doesn't happen. I hope this doesn't happen. But what if they throw an ungodly amount of money at Aaron Rodgers and he goes and be a Steeler for the rest of his career?
Does he like
Would you be a Steelers fan?
I don't know. He plays well in the cold. I would cheer for him, yes. He plays well in the cold. He likes cold. Pittsburgh fans are crazy, just like Green Bay Packer fans are. He's got receivers to throw to, although he would probably be pissed off with Chase Claypool all the time whenever he wants to celebrate when they're on a fucking 2-minute drill.
Yeah.
Like,
what you say, if he was there, Chase Claypool would have 1,000 receiving yards and 10 touchdowns.
Correct. I'm saying that Chase Claypool wouldn't get in trouble for celebrating during a 2-minute drill because Rodgers would probably have him up by 3 touchdowns and not need it.
I say if Pittsburgh had a better, and I like Big Ben. He's had a hell of a career.
Their defense is scrappy.
Big Ben threw the game winner last week, by the way. He threw the game winner. But
I would say if they had just a little bit better, like a little bit younger of a quarterback with the same talent.
But it's so the reason why
I think they would be in contention.
They stay with they would. They stay with Mike Tomlin's a hell of a coach.
Because they have a great defense.
They have and the buck stops with Mike Tomlin's a top 5 coach in the NFL. I truly believe that. Because he keeps the Steelers even killed, even though their offense is dead.
Even though Big Ben is falling apart.
Oh yeah,
but the thing is, you gotta respect Mike Tomlin. You gotta respect Mike Tomlin
100%.
because he put this together. He's lost everything there. He's lost everything since he lost AB, he lost Le'Veon. Hey,
let's talk about
they've
top 5 coaches in the league right now. Head coaches. Bills first.
That are currently in the league.
Yeah.
Can we get off of the NFL at some point?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll hit these top 5 coaches and then we'll move on to something else. Top 5 coaches for me: Bill Belichick, number 1.
The fuck out of here.
Dude, lick his ear next time.
Kind of liked it.
Yeah, I bet he did.
Let's see what happens off camera. I'll be recording shit here.
Yeah.
Hey,
real quick, this is a good time to shout out y'all's OnlyFans page.
Yeah. I'm on Instagram. I have to give her 1.
But my top 5 coaches, man, Bill Belichick, number 1 for sure. Number 2 in the league. Man, I don't really keep up with coaches too well. I mean, obviously you got LaFleur, who hasn't lost 2 games in a row since becoming a head coach.
You're crazy.
I didn't say he's number 2, but he has one of the best records as a first head coach.
Oh, you're crazy too. Come on, are we doing this season or real respect? Come on, what are we doing here?
And then, so Bill Belichick, Andy Reid, number 2 for sure.
Well, Mike Tomlin, Super Bowl winner.
Yeah, I would give him 3. Yeah.
That keeps the Steelers good, even though their team sucks.
Sure.
In a tough division, Sean McVay.
McVay's in there.
Sean may not even be 4th. Think about the Super Bowl winners. What about Harbaugh, who has done everything with the Baltimore to keep this?
What about Pete Carroll? Do you think he's up there?
Seattle sucks this year. I don't know about that.
Yeah, but you guys just said we're switching. We're not talking about this year. Pete Carroll would be up there then, yeah?
This year, last few years, Pete Carroll can't be up there, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh has to be there.
Yeah, I mean, he would be up there. But I'm also, like I said, I'm looking at, like I said, I'm not saying he's the best coach of all time, but you can't discount what LaFleur's done either, though, man.
LaFleur might be coach of the year. It's him or Kingsbury.
Yeah.
Not hard.
No.
But, I mean, through 40 games, he's 33-7.
Yeah, he's had Aaron Rodgers. He's like, okay, let's go into this. This is a great leeway. Let's go into Rick Carlisle. Okay? And I've been the biggest Rick Carlisle hater in my whole life because he rode Dirk's coattail. Dirk, and people don't remember, and guess what? I'm a young guy who loves sports. Dirk should have won a championship in 2003. He got hurt. And he went to a championship with Avery Johnson and lost when they should have won. Okay, he won with Dirk, right, against LeBron, and they give Rick all the respect, like he's the greatest. We have sucked ever since then. Literally since that moment, we have sucked. You think we would be better? We have sucked.
We
since
did
then.
just lose to Rick Carlisle.
And, I mean, he wasn't there. He had COVID.
It was his system, bro.
I didn't know
Listen. No, hear me
We would've
out.
won that game.
Let
Rick
me
was
go on this rant, and I'll shut the fuck up. And this is for
No,
you,
you won't.
Wesley. Send this to Wesley. Please send this to Wesley.
I think he's subscribed to the
He's complaining
show.
about Jason Kidd. He's complaining about this, and we've talked. And I love you, Wesley.
I need to get both y'all on together.
But at the end of the day, the head coach means nothing to an extent. But Rick Carlisle, let me go on a timeline with you. Had a falling out with Rajon Rondo when we were trying to rebuild and win another championship, and everyone's mad. And Rajon didn't work. Well, Rajon went and won 2 more championships. He went and won 2 more and was a real player on those teams. Why didn't it work? Because he doesn't work with other players. He doesn't work with new school guys. And that's why Doc did, and he did not. And it goes on. You've seen the report probably, right, about Rick being the biggest asshole. And Urban Urban Meyer decided to say, you know what? I'm bigger than an asshole. You know, if it wasn't for Urban, Rick is the biggest asshole of the day.
What exactly happened? I know like some news surfaced about the message.
Have you seen it?
I've not looked. I've heard, but I've not looked into it. Educate me.
Let me get into it because I'm gonna give you my background. My buddy Jackson, you know Jackson.
Yeah.
He was mad at me because I was always bitching about our lineups. I was like, why is Luka not playing in the fourth quarter? What's going on? What are we doing?
Oh my God,
what's going on? And I would be mad. And I would watch all these Mavericks games and be pissed off. And so we have this analytics dumb shit that's going on that's controlling what's going on in our lineups. You know what I'm saying? But and Luka and him had a bad relationship, and it looked like they had a bad relationship. What the report came out is Rick was just a dick to everybody. And so when we drafted Luka, you remember DSJ?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he was great for us. And then, well, he didn't like DSJ.
He was expected to be better, though.
Because he wanted, which is the right thing on Rick's part, he wanted Donovan Mitchell, and we take DSJ. DSJ had a good year, but Donovan Mitchell is who he is. But when we drafted Luka and DSJ became best friends. DSJ took him around the city. They were inner circles best friends, but Rick hated DSJ and tried to pit them against each other and try to pit other players. He was a dick to other players before that. And so do you remember Measury? He was a big 7-footer, and he was not that good, but he was on our team, and he played with Luka, and he was like Luka's dad his freshman year. He was a dick to Measury all the time, and he was like Luka's translator, and Luka wouldn't do any interviews without Measury there, but he was always a dick to Measury. And on top of that, he was just a dick. He's like a hard-nosed coach. He didn't get along with players, like Rajon Rondo, obviously.
Let me interfere. I think Rick Carlisle had a thing for this is my guy. I want to be his guy.
No, but
that's how he was with Dirk.
No, it gets proven wrong.
That's how he was with Dirk, and that's how he was when Luka got here.
But it gets proven wrong because he was hard on Luka. He was hard as shit. But the thing is, let me explain it. I'm going to explain it real quick. He was hard. If for a podcast, I'll explain it quicker than I can. But
we don't have the time on it. Take your time.
But that happened. But what happened is Luka was doing what he wanted. Luka did what he wanted, and all these people let him do it. This is why he comes in fat every fuck. He look into.
I did see somewhere he said he's having trouble with his weight and conditioning. Apparently,
he came in bad in weight when he was playing in fucking in the Olympics a month before. He is bad at eating what he wants. Yeah. They were talking about they brought in food for him and everything. He would fill his water bottle up twice with sweet tea. He was a sweet tea guy. Like, they were talking about it.
He got down to Texas, bro, and he said, give me that sweet tea, baby.
No, let me finish this whole thing, and then I'll explain to you why I think. But with Rick Carlisle, He got in arguments with all of them, and all the team hated him. Literally, the whole team hated him, and Luka hated the way he tweeted people. He literally told DSJ they were best friends and they had no issues. He told DSJ in front of the whole team. Think about in our fraternity thing, we're all sitting there, and the president says, Dylan, your best friend's AJ. You're jealous of AJ. He literally did that. He said, swear to God. He literally said,
yeah, that's fucked
you're
up.
jealous of Luka. That's 100% fact.
Yeah, David Smith Jr. has a tweet that says, this article about my time there is spot on, and that's coming from staff members and players. Y'all don't even know the half. That's a retweet from Tim McMahon's article that he released regarding the situation.
He did that in front of Luka, and he literally told DSJ he's jealous of Luka.
Well, I think
they're both NBA players. Like, what's there to be jealous of at this point?
He didn't even play good. He's been playing good in Portland, but he didn't play good there. But it doesn't matter about DSJ. It was a wrong pick. He was not the right pick. We should have took Donovan Mitchell. We'd be great.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, it wasn't the thing that how he treats players is not good.
Correct.
And the way you have to understand is what do all of us understand? Things change. You have to evolve.
Yeah.
One day, hopefully, we're all above people who are younger than us. You have to evolve to them. You have to understand them.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And if you don't understand them, you're not gonna win, or your company, your industry is not gonna win.
Well, everything.
And that's what Rick Carlisle. And guess what? Why Rick Carlisle's wrong? Indiana Pacers playoff team, their top 5 seed. What are they? They reported out today, and before this today, they're trying to trade everyone because they can't win. They have so much talent on that team. So much talent on the team.
Young talent.
And I don't love Rick Carlisle. I don't like that motherfucker because he was not letting Luka play. And that's was my argument is like we're not playing our best players at certain times. It was weird. And I was arguing about it. And my friends were like, "You're stupid. Rick is the best. Rick is this. Look how bad he's done here." And that's my argument on it. It's like he's fucked up Indiana. Indiana's a playoff team, and they fucked up. And this is my last point. Their best player, Domantas Sabonis, all-star, 25 and 12 a game. He's averaging 16 and like 7 a game because they don't give him the post touches. He's been receiving half of the post touches. And guess who received half of his post touches in Dallas? KP. KP has been a great player this year. He has been. He's been a great player this year.
You weren't very big on KP.
I always loved KP, but I was always scared about his
last year.
I kind of lost faith. I lost faith on him.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I love him.
I know that you've defended KP, though. You defended him last time you came on the show.
Yeah,
I did.
I think with KP,
but
I think he's having to adjust.
It's a trade. It's a trade of a Dallas. No, it's a trade we had to make.
Yeah,
it's a trade we had to make. But if we can get Ben Simmons for anyone and keep Luka, you do it. You fucking do it. You fucking do it right now.
What do you think that trade looks like?
Right now.
Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson's expiring. You take Jalen.
KP?
No, not KP. Keep KP.
Hardaway.
Try to keep DSJ. Give him Kleber.
Draft picks.
We don't have DSJ.
What?
No, I'm talking about
Dennis
Dorian Finney-Smith. Anything to keep Dorian Finney-Smith. He is the best role player in the NBA. He is the most underpaid role player in the NBA.
Oh, he was big.
He can do anything in the world for your team. He defends. He can shoot. He can do it.
But
Jalen is balling out this year, and we can't pay him. We can't pay him. He's not worth it. He can't defend.
Well, he's our guy whenever Luka goes out.
But he's like Isaiah Thomas. He can't defend. He's too little.
Yeah.
He can't defend, and Luka can't. We need Ben. Everyone is we need Ben Simmons.
Hey, Dylan.